I'm a 29-year-old photographer, mostly weddings and engagements, with a side hustle in pet portraits because, well, dogs in bow ties pay the bills. My life's a blur of SD cards, Lightroom presets, and couples arguing over which shade of beige screams timeless. I've been grinding for years to make my passion my career, and I'm finally at a point where I'm not eating instant ramen for dinner. My friend Jake, though, he thinks my job's just playing with a camera. Jake's 30, a loud, lovable gym bro who once deadlifted a keg to win a bet at a frat party. We've been tight since college, bonding over late-night Taco Bell runs and bad action movies. He's the kind of guy who'd give you his last beer but also accidentally break your couch trying to test its durability. His fiancée, Mia, is a sweetheart, a pediatric nurse with a laugh that sounds like wind chimes. They're getting married in 3 months at this quirky venue, an old train station converted into an event space, all exposed brick and vintage suitcases stacked as decor. It's Instagram gold, and I was genuinely stoked for them. Here's where it gets messy. Last month, I'm at Jake's place, sprawled on his couch, scrolling through X while he's hyping up his wedding playlist. Think 90s boy bands meets EDM. Out of nowhere, he goes, "Yo, you're shooting our wedding, right? It's gonna be epic." I laugh, assuming he's joking because he knows my rate's $3, $500 for a full day, editing included, which is honestly a steal in this market. But he's serious. "Come on, man, you're my boy. You're not gonna charge me, are you?" I blink, my thumb frozen over a meme about overpriced oat milk. "Jake, dude, it's my job. I don't ask you to spot me at the gym for free." He laughs, but it's sharp, like I've just insulted his protein powder. "Bro, it's not the same. You're just clicking a button. I'm not asking you to build me a house." Mia's in the kitchen pretending to rearrange magnets on the fridge, but I can tell she's listening. I try to keep it light, saying I could maybe do a discount, but free? That's a hard no. I've got rent, gear loans, and a cat who's addicted to fancy wet food. Jake's face changes like I betrayed him. "Wow, so you're putting money over our friendship? That's cold." I'm floored. This is the guy who once Venmo'd me $20 for emotional labor after he cried during the Expendables. I explain that a wedding shoot's not just clicking a button, it's 12 hours on my feet, dodging drunk uncles, editing 800 photos until my eyes burn, and delivering a gallery that'll make their grandkids cry. He's not having it. "You're being greedy, man. I thought you'd hook me up." Mia finally chimes in, her voice soft but firm. "Maybe we can work something out? Like, you shoot for a few hours?" I appreciate her trying, but Jake cuts her off. Nah, he's made it clear where he stands. The room's tense, like we are in a standoff over the last slice of pizza. I leave soon after, feeling like I've just kicked a puppy. The fallout's been brutal. Jake's been posting vague rants about fake friends who choose cash over loyalty, and our group chat's gone silent. Mutual friends are picking sides, some say I'm right to stand my ground, others think I'm a jerk for not helping out. Mia texted me, apologizing, saying she's mortified, but Jake's pride's wounded. Apparently, he's now booked a budget photographer he found on some sketchy app called Snapsavvy, and I'm terrified their photos will look like they were shot on a flip phone. I'm gutted. Jake's been there for me through breakups and job losses, and now we're not even speaking. I keep replaying that night, wondering if I could have phrased it better or offered a bigger discount. But I also know I can't keep giving away my work for free. Last year, I shot 2 favor weddings and ended up $4,000 in the hole. My therapist says I'm setting boundaries, but it feels like I'm torching a friendship. Reddit, I'm spiraling. Was I wrong to stick to my guns? Should I have just sucked it up and shot the wedding for free to save the friendship? AITA? I'm 26, a graphic designer who spends way too much time on X arguing about font choices and chasing Wi-Fi signals at coffee shops. My sister, Lila, is 23, a part-time barista and full-time TikTok enthusiast. She's got this infectious energy like she's mainlining glitter, but her obsession with social media filters is next level. We live together in a cramped loft above a vintage record store where the walls hum with basslines from below and our Wi-Fi router blinks like it's plotting a coup. Lila's always been the pretty one, with her perfect curls and a smile that could sell toothpaste, while I'm the artsy one, perpetually covered in charcoal smudges and wearing mismatched socks. Our loft's a chaotic shrine to our personalities. My corner's a mess of sketchbooks, empty yerba mate cans, and a half-dead succulent I named Carl. Lila's side? A ring light, a tripod, and a shelf of skincare products that looks like a Sephora exploded. She spends hours filming dance challenges or lip-syncing to whatever's trending, tweaking her selfies with apps like FaceFreak and Glambot until she looks like a Bratz doll. I don't care how she presents herself online, her 80K followers eat it up, but lately, her edited photos have been bleeding into real life. She'll show me a selfie and ask, doesn't this look fire? And I'm squinting at a version of her with poreless skin and eyes the size of dinner plates. Last week, we're chilling on our thrift store couch, the one that smells faintly of patchouli and regret. I'm doom-scrolling X, dodging spoilers for Neon Requiem while Lila's sprawled out, tweaking a selfie. She thrusts her phone at me, grinning. Check this out. I'm posting it for my collab with this indie makeup brand. The photo's stunning, but it's not her. Her freckles are gone, her nose is narrower, and her lips look like they've been stung by a bee. I hesitate because she's beaming, but my mouth moves before my brain catches up. It's cool, but it doesn't even look like you. Why edit it so much? Her face freezes like I've just unplugged her ring light. What's that supposed to mean? She snaps, sitting up. I try to backpedal, explaining I just meant it's heavy on the filters, but she's already spiraling. You're so judgmental. You think you're above me because you don't care about looking good. I'm floored. She knows I'm not some holier-than-thou purist. I've got my own insecurities, like my wonky eyebrow that refuses to cooperate. I tell her I'm not judging, just being honest, since she asked my opinion. I didn't ask you to tear me apart, she yells, storming to her side of the loft. The record store downstairs is blasting Bowie, but it's not loud enough to drown out her muttering about haters. Things got worse from there. Lila posted the selfie anyway, captioned with some vague shade like, shining bright despite the negativity sparkles. Her followers flooded the comments with heart eyes emojis, but a few of her IRL friends DM'd me asking why I was coming for her. Apparently, she vented in a group chat, painting me as the snobby artist who thinks her online presence is fake. Our mutual friend Rico, who runs the record store, cornered me while I was grabbing mail. Yo, why'd you gotta dunk on Lila's hustle? Those edits are her brand. I tried explaining I wasn't attacking her, just pointing out the obvious, but he shrugged like I was missing the point. Now Lila's giving me the silent treatment, which is torture in a 600-square-foot loft. She's been blasting her Sad Bops playlist and leaving passive-aggressive post-its, like one on the fridge that said, don't judge my milk choices either. I tried apologizing, saying I didn't mean to hurt her, but she just rolled her eyes and said, you don't get it. This is my art too. That hit me. She's right that I don't fully understand her world, but I still think there's a line between art and erasing who you are. Our mom called yesterday, sensing the tension because Lila can't resist oversharing, and even she thinks I was too harsh, saying, you know how sensitive she is about her image. I'm starting to second-guess myself. I wasn't trying to be a jerk, just real with her, like we've always been. But maybe I didn't need to say anything, or maybe I could have been gentler. The loft feels like a war zone, and I miss our late-night talks over burnt popcorn. Reddit, was I wrong for calling out her edited selfies? Should I have just kept my mouth shut, or am I right that she's taking it too far? AITA? I'm a 32-year-old IT specialist at a mid-sized marketing firm, the kind of place where half the office is obsessed with oat milk lattes and the other half lives for happy hour. My life's a mix of fixing Wi-Fi routers, dodging Karen's emails about urgent font issues, and sneaking naps in the server room. My coworker Derek, 28, is the office's unofficial party planner, a charismatic graphic designer with a man bun and a laugh that echoes through the open-plan office like a foghorn. He's the guy who turns team-building retreats into Rager's and has a TikTok following for his edgy cocktail recipes. We're not super close, but we've bonded over our shared hatred of the office's ancient coffee machine and memes about our boss's love for buzzwords like synergy. The setting for this mess is Derek's latest bash, thrown at a rooftop bar called Sky Vibe, a trendy spot with fairy lights, overpriced mojitos, and a view of the city skyline that makes you forget how much rent you're paying. It's the kind of place where influencers pose with neon signs and bartenders juggle bottles for clout. Derek invited the whole team to celebrate landing a big client, and by 10 p.m., the place was a chaotic mix of our co-workers doing tequila shots, a DJ blasting remixed 80s hits, and someone's in turn attempting to twerk on a table. I'm not a party animal, give me a craft beer and a Lord of the Rings marathon any day, but I showed up because Derek kept hyping it on Slack with gifs of dancing cats. I brought my phone mostly to take ironic photos of people misusing the Polaroid wall. Yes, there was a Polaroid wall. Derek, already 3 IPAs deep, was filming everything on his phone, shouting about making a legendary montage for the office newsletter. I figured he was just being his extra self, so I didn't think much of it when he handed me his phone to record him doing a dramatic toast with our coworker Priya, who was wearing a sequined jumpsuit that screamed disco ball. Here's where I screwed up. Derek's phone was unlocked, and while I was filming, I noticed his camera roll was open in the background. There was a video thumbnail from earlier that night, me looking like a sweaty gremlin attempting to dance to Sweet Caroline with 2 left feet and a spilled drink in my hand. I don't dance. Ever. My moves were so bad I looked like a malfunctioning Roomba. Panicked, I tapped the video, saw it was as humiliating as I feared, and deleted it before handing the phone back. It was a split-second decision, fueled by pure embarrassment and the fear of that clip haunting the office group chat forever. The next day, Derek corners me by the break room's Keurig, his usual grin replaced with a scowl. "Dude, did you delete a video from my phone last night?" My stomach drops. I admit I did, explaining I looked like an idiot and didn't want it shared. His face turns red and he snaps, "That's not your call, man. You violated my trust." I'm stunned. He's acting like I hacked his bank account, not deleted 15 seconds of me flailing. He says the video wasn't just about me, it captured a vibe with everyone in the background and he was planning to use it for his montage. Apparently, it had Priya nailing some iconic dance move and now it's gone forever. I try to apologize, offering to help him edit the other clips, but he's not having it. "You don't get to decide what's worth keeping," he says, storming off. By lunch, the office is buzzing. Priya's annoyed because she heard her epic moment was in the deleted video, and another coworker, Tony, says I overstepped by messing with Derek's property. Others, like our intern Lila, think Derek's overreacting, it's just a party video, not the Mona Lisa. The group chat's a minefield, with Derek posting cryptic memes about sneaky vibes and someone anonymously sharing a gif of a trash can labeled "My Trust." I feel like garbage. I didn't think deleting one cringy clip would blow up like this, but I get why Derek's mad. His phone's his creative playground, and I messed with it without asking. Still, I can't shake the feeling he's milking the drama. He's been showing off his half-finished montage at lunch, fishing for sympathy, and now I'm the office villain, nicknamed Clip Killer by Tony. I tried texting Derek to apologize again, suggesting we grab beers and talk it out, but he left me on read. I'm second-guessing everything. Maybe I should have just owned my terrible dancing and let the video live. Or maybe Derek's blowing this out of proportion for clout. Reddit, I'm stuck. Was I wrong for deleting the video without his consent, or is he making a mountain out of a molehill? AITA? I'm a 27-year-old barista and part-time poet, the kind of person who's always got a notebook scribbled with half-finished lines and a playlist of lo-fi beats on loop. I live for quiet moments, which is why I spend my Sundays at Willow Grove Park, a sprawling green space in my city that's half botanical garden, half urban oasis. It's got these winding paths lined with cherry blossoms, a koi pond that smells faintly of algae, and quirky sculptures that look like they were dreamed up by a sci-fi nerd on shrooms. I go there to write, people watch, and sip overpriced iced coffee from a thermos I got at a thrift store. Last Sunday, I'm perched on my usual bench near the pond, scribbling about the way sunlight hits the water like shattered glass. The park's buzzing, kids chasing frisbees, a yoga class doing downward dog on the lawn, and a guy in a tie-dye shirt playing acoustic covers of Radiohead. I'm in my zone, wearing my ratty denim jacket and a beanie that's seen better days, when I notice this dude, maybe mid-30s, pointing a fancy DSLR camera my way. He's got a hipster vibe, flannel shirt, thick-rimmed glasses, and a messenger bag covered in enamel pins. At first, I think he's just shooting the pond, but his lens keeps swinging toward me like I'm the subject of his indie film. I try to ignore it, hunching over my notebook, but I can hear the shutter clicking. My skin prickles. I've had weird experiences before, like the time a creep zoomed in on me at a bus stop for his street photography blog, so I'm not about to let this slide. I stand up, tuck my notebook under my arm, and walk over. "Hey man," I say, keeping my tone chill but firm, "are you taking pictures of me? Can you not do that without asking?" He lowers his camera, looking annoyed, like I've just interrupted his Oscar-worthy shot. "Relax," he says, smirking. "It's just art. You're in a public place, you know? I'm not here for a debate about privacy laws." "Cool, but I'm not comfortable being in your photos. Can you delete them?" I ask, crossing my arms. His smirk fades and he rolls his eyes. "Wow, paranoid much? I'm not some stalker. I'm just capturing the vibe." He gestures vaguely at the park like I'm part of the scenery, not a person. I hold my ground, saying I get it, but it's my face, my call. "Please delete them." He scoffs, mutters something about entitled millennials, and starts packing his gear, acting like I've ruined his day. As he walks off, he tosses over his shoulder, "Good luck hiding from the world." I'm shaken but try to brush it off, heading back to my bench. Except now, the park feels different, like everyone's watching me. A woman nearby, who must have overheard, gives me a sympathetic nod, but a couple of teens on skateboards are snickering, probably thinking I'm dramatic. I check X later, half expecting to see myself in some candid moments post, but there's nothing yet. Still, I can't shake the unease. I keep replaying the guy's words, wondering if I overreacted. I mean, it's a public park, people take photos all the time. Was I being paranoid, like he said? The fallout's mostly in my head, but it's loud. I told my coworker Zara about it at our shift the next day, and she was on my side, saying she'd feel creeped out too. But my roommate Nico, who's big into photography, thinks I was too harsh. Street photographers don't mean harm, he said, stirring his instant ramen. It's about the moment, not you personally. He showed me some ex-posts from photography groups where people were ranting about Karens who freak out over cameras in public. Now I'm doubting myself. I wasn't trying to be a jerk, I just wanted some control over my own image. The park's been my sanctuary for years, but now I'm second-guessing going back. I keep picturing the guy's lens, the way it felt like he was stealing a piece of me. Maybe I could have just walked away instead of confronting him, or maybe he's right that I'm making a big deal out of nothing. Reddit, I'm a mess over this. Was I wrong to call him out and ask for the photos to be deleted? Am I just paranoid, or was he out of line? AITA? I'm a 24-year-old art major, surviving on cold brew and existential dread, with a knack for photography that's basically my therapy. I'm in my final year at a small liberal arts college, where the art department feels like a fever dream. Think paint-splattered studios, professors who wear scarves indoors, and a vending machine that only dispenses kombucha. My go-to spot is the campus greenhouse, a steamy jungle of ferns and orchids where I shoot macro photos of dew on leaves or bugs that look like they're auditioning for a Pixar movie. It's my escape from deadlines and the group project I'm currently stuck in. The project's for our visual storytelling class, where we're supposed to create a multimedia zine about urban nature. My classmate Theo, 22, is in my group, along with two others who mostly just nod and scroll X during meetings. Theo's the kind of guy who calls himself a creative visionary, but shows up to class in flip-flops and a tie-dye shirt that smells like patchouli. He's got a decent eye for layout, but a terrible habit of borrowing other people's work without credit. Last semester, he used my candid shot of a street busker for his portfolio, posted it on his Insta, at TheoVibesArt, 3K followers, and didn't tag me. When I called him out, he said, "Chill, it's just exposure. Exposure doesn't pay my Adobe subscription, Theo. For this zine, I've been pouring my soul into my photos. Close-ups of moss on cracked sidewalks, pigeons strutting like they own the city, that kind of thing. I edit them late at night in my dorm, hunched over my laptop with a bag of stale tortilla chips, tweaking curves in Lightroom until they're perfect. Theo's contribution? Some abstract sketches and a playlist he insists sets the mood. Last week, we're in the greenhouse, planning the zine's layout on a picnic table littered with empty LaCroix cans. Theo's scrolling through my camera's preview screen, oohing at my shots like they're his own. "Yo, these are fire," he says, scratching his scruffy beard. "Send me the raw files, yeah? I'll mock up some pages." I freeze, my hand tightening around my Canon. I'd rather handle my own photos," I say, trying to sound casual. He raises an eyebrow. "What, you don't trust me?" I take a deep breath because I'm done tiptoeing. "It's not about trust. You've used my stuff before without crediting me. I'm not cool with that." His face twists like I've just spit in his kombucha. "Wow, that's petty," he snaps. "We're a team, and you're gatekeeping your photos? That's not the vibe." I point out that crediting people is basic decency, but he doubles down. "You're acting like I'm stealing your soul. It's just a class project." The rest of the group goes quiet, like they're watching a TikTok drama unfold. One of them, Priya, mumbles something about communication. But Theo's already on a roll, saying I'm sabotaging the team and hung up on clout. I pack my gear and leave, my cheeks burning, wondering if I'm the one being unreasonable. Back in my dorm, I vent to my roommate, Zara, who's sprawled on her bed, knitting a neon green scarf. She's team me, saying Theo's a leech who's mad he got called out. But I'm not so sure. The fallout's been awkward. Theo's been icing me out, sending passive-aggressive Slack messages like, "Guess I'll just use stock photos then." Priya says we need to compromise to meet the deadline, but I'm not sure what that means. Give him my photos and pray he tags me? The other group members are staying neutral, but I overheard one of them call me that photo diva in the cafeteria. Theo's also been posting cryptic X-rants about ego in art, and I'm paranoid he's subtweeting me. Our professor, Dr. Lang, hasn't noticed the tension yet, but she's got a hawk eye for group drama, and I'm dreading our next critique. I'm torn up about this. I want our zine to be good, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I've worked too hard to let someone else take credit for my art. Theo's acting like I've betrayed the sacred bond of group projects, and now I'm questioning if I should have just shared the photos with a watermark or something. Maybe I'm being too precious about my work, or maybe he's just entitled. Reddit, I'm losing sleep over this. Was I wrong to refuse to share my photos because of his credit-dodging history? Am I the asshole here? AITA?